I gotta actually put these things in the living room. I'm going to adjust. We ended up getting a different charging pack for the Xbox. We now have 10, no, we have 14 rechargeable batteries. 14 or 16, I'm not sure if I have that. I think I said it right. We have 14 rechargeable batteries. We have 15 probably. I think one doesn't work that good, so. But some of them don't hold as much of a charge as some of the others. We're going to go through and test each one, and then we're going to show you. Now, we're making silver dollar pancakes. I have a mixing bowl. I also have, my wife picked me up these protein bars I'll tell you about, or me and her are going to test them. Oh no, she doesn't like those flavors. Oh my god. I get to have both of those protein bars, so I'm super stoked. You know, I should, I'll bring it out of the box. I'm not going to have one today, obviously. There's the salted caramel, is one of my favorites by far. It's also my wife's favorite. 21 grams of protein in that one. The other one has 22 and the other one has 21. One is a white Oreo protein bar. Like, you can't make this up, bro. So, check this out. Ooh, I'm excited. We're making protein pancakes, bro. That's my intro for the pancake section of the show. Please, everybody, make sure you blow a few farts on this video. Ladies, if you don't mind. Ask the. Well, I'm gonna say this. Do you like pancakes? I do. They're not my favorite, but the way I make them, they're just fucking really good. Stupid good. Silver dollar pancakes. You remember those electric frying pans? That's what he used. Very specific with his cooking method. Super old school, but... Well, I shouldn't add the but. There's nothing wrong with old school if it's like the cool old school. There's a way that you can really screw up a lot of things. Old school isn't necessarily super cool or efficient, right? As we know, there's lots of old school methods that are really important to, I call them the essential building blocks for growing. But it's which old school dude did you learn from, right? There's something called like old wives' tales. There's something called old growers' myths, I call them. And those myths, holy crap, if you follow a strict path of myths, like, oh yeah, my wheat turns purple when I put nails in the... I'm like, oh, you have really, really missed the mark, bro. You have really missed the mark. Today we're talking pancakes. Tomorrow we're talking Belgian waffles. I'm going to put a few in a backpack and take them with me. I'm going to put a little bit of maple syrups in a jar and take it with me. And we're going to give somebody a nice Belgian waffle. Actually, if it's super hot, that's not happening tomorrow. One of these days coming up where it's like one of them cold days, I'll make sure somebody tries a waffle, one of my waffles. It's going to be my duty. I'll mic them up. It's a complete stranger. And I'll mic them up. Probably won't show their face, but we'll show them, holding the waffle. And then they can take a bite, and then they're going to be mic'd up, and they're going to tell me, out of 10, fucking good that is. Right? Now, just got to consider all your options when you're making protein pancakes. What type of protein? How much? Do you add rich, creamy hot chocolate to it. You could if you want chocolate pancakes. We're not doing that. We're going with a performance pancake. I've got the mix here. I forgot one ingredient last time. I ran through the recipe in my head just now. I'm adding that ingredient right now. I read something last night. I'm just gonna make these pancakes with the mix. I'm not gonna add anything else to the mix besides this ingredient, which is, I'll tell you, it's oil. It's all organic extra virgin olive oil. And that's gonna keep them, they're pancakes, not waffles. So I want that for the waffle mix. The crepe batter can have it as well. I'm making a crepe batter actually, not waffles. Not pancakes, I make crepes. That are like pancakes. Man, I gotta stop not getting any sleep. We're gonna have a nap today at some point. My wife's gonna eat and then have a nap too. So we're gonna get this going here. Let me get this going. So I've got a bowl. You start with, you're gonna start with your, always start with your dry ingredients. Okay, this is rule 1 of proper chefing. And why? Parce que tu as besoin de mélanger toutes les choses evenly, right? You have to be able to mix everything evenly. Now we're not going to use the whole mix. When you know how to make this, there's no such thing as eyeballing. It's truly the way to do it, okay? Everything in the beginning always wasn't measured. And then that's where the word refine comes into play. The only way that everything started out being measured is if everything was created in one day. Because you couldn't, then the word refine was created on the same day as measure as was creation, right? Everything was created on the same day. And if that's the case, then we live in the matrix. It's too much for most people to grasp, but the matrix is alive, right? That's the first rule of understanding. And most people can simply grasp that. I said most. You might be the 37%, never gonna get it. You have to live with that, right? If you're too much one way, if you spend all day rolling your eyes but you have a low IQ, how do you ever expect to learn? How do you think you got in that boat of a low IQ? Because all you do all day is roll your eyes. It leads to a lack of respect for education, for yourself, self-worth. Remember, we went over that today. Super easy to understand, but if you can't figure it out, trust me, you're in that boat of the 37% of people that don't grasp. And that's not what boat you want to be on. After you've completely mélangé, completely mixed your beautiful dry ingredients, you grab a little bit of oil, fluff up your almond drink nicely. This will give you a nice fluffy waffle. We're doing pancakes. I swear I'm gonna get it right one of these times. I have a scoop here. I actually took it out of the thing. I want to use it for silver doll. I'm gonna use this. We're gonna use a measured scoop. I said I wouldn't, right? Not big on the straws anymore, but I find the straws are really good for mixing. They're metal, so I don't want to mix with a wooden spoon. Wooden spoons carry germs. Did you know that? If you use a wooden spoon in a chicken, and then the next day you use the wooden spoon in your porridge. Ugh. Disgusting. It's called cross-contamination. So if your batter is thick enough that you could use it in flour grout, you want to loosen that batter up. That's going to get you the perfect crepe consistency there. You're going to have to take your time. I'm using a straw to mix this. Should be using a whisk. And if it is a little too loose, you can add a little bit of pancake mix, which I will be doing right now, and it'll be perfect in 2 seconds. Yeah, like I said, you could use a little bit of cocoa powder if you have hot chocolate, your favorite mint hot chocolate. You could use that in here. You could throw some mint chocolate chips in here if you're a fatty and you love extra sweet waffles. When I was a kid, I liked waffles and ice cream. Oh, it was one of my favorites. Waffles with a little bit of ice cream on Saturday mornings at this rich kid's house. He had satellite. We used to watch Nickelodeon. We used to watch Zelda, Super Mario. Yeah, I can't. There was like 6 shows, but maybe no. Like it was Nickelodeon, so it was the Super Mario show and Zelda. I don't know. We used to watch like about 10 shows, but those were on. I can't remember if Super Mario show started with Super Mario and then Zelda, I think. What else was on the Super Mario show? Leave some comments for me. It's bothering me now. I might actually watch like a cartoon before I fall asleep after today. Oh, did I add 2? I'm going to have the most. I think we're having 64 pancakes today. 64 crepe cakes. Because I loosened it a hair too much again. I'm real specific with the... But once you get it, you get it. And if you had something that was actually able to mix properly, I feel like I would have had it sooner. Because I've never had this problem before. But I feel like that's still way too... It's like a Slurpee. So you don't want it to be Slurpee consistency. You're looking for it to be crepe batter. Now you're asking yourself, what is crepe batter? It's the elusive mixture. It's like it'll slide down a hockey puck, but real slowly. You know what I'm saying? That's the best way a Canadian can describe crepe batter for you. I think I'm there. I gotta get down on one knee. Like I'm checking out the green on a golf course at the final hole. Yeah, that's her. It's gonna be her right there. Yep, we did it. Get nailed, everybody. So the wife's gonna be happy with that. I'm gonna be happy with this. I made some wicked to the side here. And man, is this crepe batter? Is this perfect pancake batter? I gotta see. I might have to add 1 drop of almond drink here. Let's see. I'm all out of my Mexican vanilla too. I won't be getting any more vanilla or asking anyone to pick me up any. I'm just not gonna use it. Oh boy. That is crepe batter. Oh, I did it. It took forever. It took me like at least 19 minutes to make this, but this is just the batter. Now it's going to take me 4 hours to make this full bowl. I'm going to make fuck silver dollars. We're making $1,000 bill crepe cakes. They're going to be huge. Frying pan, 16-inch frying pan. We ain't stopping until we're done. I don't even have a clean plate up here. I took everything downstairs. Oh yeah. I got plates. My wife did the dishes. There's tons of clean plates in the cabinet downstairs. But But I could just quickly wash these two right here. There's nothing on these. Okay. I gotta put these in this. I'm gonna hit that on my. As if it's like the most ancient fork ever. 400-pound fork. Right on one of my sexy toes. Damn it. That toe is gonna buy me a cottage. And buy me and the old lady a cottage and a Ferrari. I was thinking of doing a butthole calendar, and then I buy a Ferrari with it. This chick from BC did a butthole calendar, and she got a Ferrari. So I'm hoping if I can at least come up with a Mazda Miata or something, I'm winning, right? So, first things first. You want to discuss this. You want to talk it through. You know what I'm going to do? I'm such a baller. Give me 1 second. Hey, Scooby Dooby. Come on upstairs, Dooby. Come on, Dooby Doo. We got, my wife picked up some Soda Stream. Later on, she'll have some of that for, she'll take some with her. I got clean plates. I just gotta wash the spatula real quick. Chill out, bud. You're right here. What do you want? See me in the wall? So we did that. That one's done. I'm gonna worry about that after. I'm with wife, so I gotta do stuff for her first. First things first. Let's make the wife a couple pancakes. Ship them off. I'm down to a couple paper towels in this room. I think we'll grab another heater of paper towels because we're gonna end up needing more anyway. If that price goes up anymore, I'm gonna ask how. How does paper keep going up? Like, do we not? Aren't trees like renewable? Like, isn't a tree a renewable resource when we can literally just grow more of them? Like, can't we just like offset our tree trimming ability? Can we grow bigger trees that we can just trim a limb off the tree instead of just taking the whole tree down and then trim half the limb and then it grows back 3 limbs and then in 16 years we'll take those 3? You know, we'll never get past the first rung of limbs on the whole forest. But no, I think they want to do it like that. They love decimating stuff. They love burdening the forest. Did you know plants scream when you cut them and when you chop them down? Plants scream. Studies finally reveal all the stuff that they said in the 70s and 80s, all the mindless, heartless science. There was no real understanding, but we've been around billions of years, hundreds of thousands of years. Humanity has existed. But this humanity didn't know plants scream. Just found out a couple months ago. You know? A couple weeks ago or something, I read it. Crazy, yo. And then you look at our food guide, and you see how our food guide was manipulated. Food guide wasn't in place for our health. It was in place for them to get richer off consumerism, and they created these different cheap ways of profiting off of us immensely, right? cheap, unhealthy ways, I might add, that lead you down horribly expensive paths, right? You eat too much bacon, what happens to you? That's right, surgery on like the most important organ in your body. It's very, very sad. So we have our first crepe cake in the Teflon. I'm not sure what this is. This is a blue non-stick pan, and I'm not sure where I got it. Usually Mom buys these for us at Christmas. I'm not sure. I think she bought this one, but I could be wrong.